Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This is the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top 5 are correct, and then make predictions for next week's top 5. So let's get right on into it. Last week I predicted that number 1 would be How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, number 2 would be Alita: Battle Angel, number 3 would be Fighting with My Family, number 4 would be The Lego Movie 2, the second part, and number 5 would be Isn't It Romantic? And I only got 3 out of 5 of my predictions right for this weekend, which is pretty solid. There's definitely one thing that could have maybe been avoided if I predicted correctly. Not really a big shock twist up or anything like that. So let's go over what happened in the overall top 10. Number 1 was, of course, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, making the highest opening weekend out of any How to Train Your Dragon movie, $55 million. And since this movie had a special Saturday screening a couple weeks ago, one that I went to, that adds to a domestic total of $58 million. Worldwide, it is already sitting at $274 million. And if you're wondering about this movie's budget, I say you don't have to worry about it because the budget is $129 million. Doubling point would be $258, and the worldwide totals have already exceeded that by a little bit. So this movie is already, on its opening weekend, domestically, a success worldwide. And that is super, super, super fantastic for the conclusion of this trilogy right here. I'm so happy for this film. I'm definitely very excited to see if it does outgross the other How to Train Your Dragon movies, because I think it definitely can do that. And also wondering where it's going to end up in the overall DreamWorks ranking, as well as how it's going to carry over in weeks to come. Number 2, we have Alita: Battle Angel, making $12 million, adding to a domestic total of $60 million, and worldwide the numbers continue to get bigger and bigger, sitting at $263 million. It still needs to get to $340 in order to double its $170 million budget, but considering the constant increase in its worldwide total, I actually do think that Alita: Battle Angel might be able to actually do that. I think it actually does have a strong chance of doubling that budget, maybe getting the sequel, the green light at that point. So if that does end up being the case, a huge congrats goes to them. Honestly, I honestly wasn't expecting it to be this big of a hit already, but hey, it's shaping up to look like one. Number 3, we have The Lego Movie 2, the second part, making $10 million, adding to a domestic total of $83 million, and worldwide it is sitting at $136 million. So this movie is still slowly building some momentum here. I hope maybe in the weeks to come there's some other worldwide places it can be released so that the numbers get bumped up. It still needs to get to about $198 million worldwide in order to be considered a success, in order to maybe greenlight a third film at that point. I really hope that happens though, because I really do enjoy watching these Lego movies a lot, and Lego Movie 2 is so far my favorite film of the year, so of course I'd like to see another one if it does financially well enough. Number 4, we have Fighting with My Family, making $8 million on a budget of $11 million. So it does need to get to about $22 million to be considered a success, and so far domestically, it doesn't have a bad opening here. It is definitely very minimal though. Hopefully though it can get some worldwide numbers in at some point, because this movie does focus on UK characters, so it makes sense if this movie does open up in the UK and more people go out to see it through there. So I think a combined domestic and worldwide total will definitely get it past its doubling point budget. Number 5, we have Isn't It Romantic, making $7 million, adding to a domestic total of $33 million, so $2 million over its initial production budget of $31 million. That's pretty good, but it still needs to get to about $62 in order to be considered a success. There is no worldwide totals as of the recording of this video, so maybe in the next coming weeks it'll have something released at that point, but I honestly just don't really see it getting to that point, unfortunately. Number 6, we have What Men Want, making $5 million, adding to a domestic total of $45 million, and worldwide it is sitting at $49 million. So that's pretty good for this movie. Unlike Isn't It Romantic, it actually was able to double its budget and is still continuing to grow from there. Number 7, we have Happy Death Day to You, making $4 million, adding to a domestic total of $21 million, and worldwide it is only at $42 million. So $8 million away from getting to half $100 million worldwide, and that's very good. And I am happy for one thing that these worldwide numbers are making up for the kind of lackluster domestic run this movie has, and whatever you blame on that, like, I honestly don't know whether it's the time of the release or anything like that. I really do hope though that these numbers worldwide at least are enough to get a Happy Death Day 3 made. I think maybe domestically they might get a little scared about that, but then again, the budgets are usually always low anyway, so it's not like they're losing anything at all here, especially since they've made a lot more money, so it's fine. They're not losing anything here. Number 8, we have Cold Pursuit, making $3.3 million, adding to a domestic total of $27 million, and worldwide it is only at $35 million. I'm sorry, Liam Neeson, but your dark comedy isn't getting anywhere close to the 120 million that it needs to double its budget. It's quite a shame. I actually did see this movie a couple days ago, and it is kind of a bummer that not too many people are going out to check it out because it's very unique. Number 9, we have The Upside, making 3.2 million, adding to a domestic total of 99 million. It's 1 million away from getting to 100 million worldwide. So close. I think it's going to leave the top 10 next week though, so we won't be able to see that happen. Either way, this is really great financial news for them. Worldwide, they are sitting at 110 million, so they're doing fantastically right now. They're ending off their top 10 run very well. And finally, closing out the video, number 10, Run the Race, a movie I've heard about but have no interest in seeing, probably won't see, and many people aren't seeing. It made $2 million this weekend on a budget of, I don't know, it's a mystery to me, like how this movie is a mystery to a lot of casual audience members out there. But now it's time for the fun part, the predictions for next week's top 5. Number 1, I'm going with How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World once again. Number 2, I'm going with A Medea Family Funeral. Number 3, Greta. Number 4, Alita Battle Angel. And number 5, The Lego Movie 2, the second part. But what are your predictions for next week's top 5? Leave it in the comments below, and if you got your predictions right for this week, you're going to get a shout out right now. Unless you didn't get it right, then I'm sorry. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.